What if the pattern frustrating you isn't random? The cycle may not belong to your present self. With this reading, we reveal recurring emotional loops in your life. Welcome. Sometimes we arrive at a reading for a reason, even when we don't realize it straight away. So let's begin the reading. First card is out. Second card is out. Third card is out. Here's the fourth card. We have the fifth card. And the sixth card is here. This is a 6-card spread. And the first card is about what repeats. So tuning into this card's energy, what repeats is that you are kind of forgiving somebody or people in general, but it is actually not beneficial for you. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't be forgiving. What I'm saying that you are forgiving things which keep you in a loop where you always come out from you always come out with non-beneficial results, and it feels that it makes your life more difficult, and you need to reflect on your actions, because it's okay to forgive people, but you will have to have a limit where you say, no, it's not right. Otherwise, you will be taking advantage by others. And that's not the life anybody would want to live. So, yes, be kind and be nice to others, but be transparent about where you set the limit and how far people around you can go with you. So that is what repeats in your life. And that's what you need to act on. So the second card is the origin. Where does it come from? It comes from your past. It feels like in your past, you had not just one, but several experiences where you were told or you were taught that forgiveness is something virtuous, which it is. However, it feels like you misunderstood the whole teaching behind it, because you pulled this experience and learning from your past onto everything in your life now, where you need to act forgivingly, or you feel you need to act forgivingly, even if it doesn't feel right. And I think so. This is where the misunderstanding comes from, that you need to set that limit. And yes, forgive people, but there is an upper um, barrier for that one. There is an upper limit for this. And that's what the card's energy tells me. The next card is hidden reinforcement. So what the energy tells me in here with this card, that you need to find a balance between you. You need to find that strength where you can say no to something in your life which doesn't feel right. And you can find this inside you. It is within you. So you can't search the outside word. It comes from inside. Because this is like it feels like it's a scale. Like you're using it, a picture comes to me as a scale on the table. You know, that two um sided scale, then you put something on one dish on one side, and then you put something and then see if they are equal weight, or one is heavier and the other one is um, heavier, so which way the scale tips. And that tells me that you have to look back on your experiences regarding forgiveness, and then just see where things went wrong. So what happened after the forgive? What was the reason you felt you need to forgive, first of all? So how serious it was, or how damaging it was to you? And what was the outcome? What was your benefit of it? So how did you feel after? Because usually uh, the benefit is that, you know, how you feel after that. Do you feel lighter? Do you feel um, happier? Do you feel more satisfied with the situation after that? So you need to put this one on the scale and see that how you will find your limits with this reflection. So that's a kind of, this is how you find the balance, that how far people can go with you, and then you will need to set the limit for them, like being quite straightforward. The next card is the lesson for you, and what comes to me through this card is the most important person in your life is you. And you need to find the way where you are satisfied with yourself, with your actions, and you keep your standard, you keep, you know, what you learned and how you feel that you should be as a person, as a living person, as a being. And just be like truthful to yourself. You have to be honest with yourself, because if you are using false emotions or false um, thinking about yourself, you are just covering up. You are not actually um, acting beneficially for yourself. So your lesson is that be honest with yourself when you are reflecting on these situations you've been before. And at the end of the day, you are the only one in your life who can make you happy, nobody else. If you are not acting truly as your soul is made, you won't be happy. And yes, it is not easy to set limits, especially if you are already in a level where you always forgive to everybody and you always the one who is taking a step back just to benefit others around you. It is not easy. And saying no or saying stop doing this at first, it is very hard. I agree. it is very, very hard. However, when you start setting the limit, people will learn that this is who you are now, and this is how you act in similar situations. And obviously, depending on the situation, but you don't have to take everything. You don't have to forgive all the time, because that people they learn this is how you are, they will take advantage, and that's never beneficial to anybody. I mean, who are the subjects in the situation. Next one is the needed shift for you, and this is where I feel that that's the card which tells me to focus on your true self, which comes from your heart, which describes who you really are, where you don't see anymore that what other people want from you. You look at what you as a being want in your life or want to change in your life. So the needed shift is that instead of focusing outside to your environment, to other people, to other people's opinion about you, you focus on yourself. What is the best for you? How can you make yourself happy? How can you act where you have a satisfactory outcome from the situations in any level, any part of your life? So it covers everything really, whatever is your reality at this moment. And you focus on yourself, and that this is not selfishness, because I can hear this voice coming to me saying, what if people say, oh, this is really selfish? No, you are not selfish. You are careless if you only focus on the outside and you do not focus on your own self. That's carelessness. And you will never be happy if you allow this to overtake your life. So that is your lesson. That is your shift you need to make. Last card is the outcome. And this is a beautiful card. It tells me that you will grow with this mindset. You will grow on this path. You will create beautiful things, and people will learn, and people will value your standards and your limits. And even if the beginning of the road is rocky, and of course, if you spoiled your environment, your surrounding already, then of course they won't take it well. However, they will learn very quickly that this is who you are, and you also have needs, and you also want to be forgiven. And it's not just always you who need to step back and nobody else does. And I have to say, this is just came to my head just now while I was saying that there will be people in your life that they won't agree with this, firmly disagree, I shall say. So, but that means that those people, they are not part of your life, or they should not be part of your life. And I'm not saying that, sometimes you just cut them out like completely, and sometimes you give them an option that they can go, or if they say they need to respect who you are. And another thought just came, and it is really true that when you are building something new, when you are um, stepping off your current path and step onto a new one, into the unknown, then you will need room to grow or room to pick up things on the way. So imagine a room fully furnished, and then you decide you want to buy a new wardrobe. So what do? You need to get rid of the old one because there is no room to put the new wardrobe there. So what you do, you take out the old one and replace it with the new one. It's exactly the same energetically in your life. You will need to get rid of some of the things or people in your life who don't serve your purpose anymore. And I'm not saying it in a bad way, that it's not like you go around and say, okay, I don't want to keep connection with you anymore or get out of my life. You might have to say it to some people, to be fair. Let's be honest with each other. But it's not like that. They will gradually step back from your life. So it's not like you kick them out and that's it. You will notice that they grow distance with you over time. And this is how they will be kind of um, get out of your life. So you have new people coming in, new maybe workplace, new places coming in your life, new opportunities come in your life. And then that's how it works. This is a cycle. Life is a cycle. So it goes around. And that's what the outcome will be. But if you if you are willing to think about this reading and be honest with yourself and just find those occasions where you were giving in, where you shouldn't have, and then you learn from it and you change your actions, then you can actually build a very beautiful new reality for yourself. So that was the reading for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.